I'm Arthur Waskow. I'm a rabbi and I'm the director of the Shalom Center. And I want to begin with something, an echo of profound grief and sorrow from Jewish tradition, chanted in a chant of sorrow. It goes like this. Echa, Echa, how lonely sits the city, once full of life, now devastated, consumed with grief and desolation. That's the beginning of the book of Echa, or Lamentations, and it's about the destruction of the ancient temple in Jerusalem. This year, this generation, it seems to me the earth is our sacred temple. In fact, the ancient teachings were that the temple was a microcosm of creation, and that all the offerings from salt to human song that were offered there, grain, meat, all of it, was an attempt to lift and celebrate the richness of the earth, in Hebrew, Adamah, and of humanity, in Hebrew, Adam. Adam and Adamah joined at the Holy Temple, and its destruction was a microcosm of the destruction of the earth. In fact, that word that I began with, Echa, the ancient rabbis said, when was the first time? Echa. And they answered, when God in the Garden of Eden said, Ayeka, the same word with the same consonants, vowels changed only. Said, Ayeka, where is humanity? What has happened? So I want to go back to that Echa and its grief. Echa, Echa, how lifeless sits the sea coast, pelicans and fish dying choked with oil, fisher folk grieving their livelihoods, and more than that, their life for generations. The earth, the ocean, has been pierced and penetrated, its very guts gushing with destruction. In fact, if we look back to the story of the Garden of Eden, that place where God said, where are you? Ayeka, Echa, I am grieving. What was the story? God said, there's enormous abundance here. Eat joyfully and show some self-restraint. One tree, the fruit of one tree, don't eat. And humanity did not show self-restraint. It tried to gobble everything. We tried to gobble everything. And the result was that abundance disappeared. And that at the end of the story, humanity wanders into a world, an earth that gives forth only thorns and thistles, so that we have to work with the sweat pouring down our faces in order just barely to eat. The story of Eden is the story of the gulf. No self-restraint. Greed overwhelms abundance. and brings disaster. There is a festival, not sure we should call it that, a fast day, called Tisha B'Av, in which Jews remember this destruction. And today we must remember the broader destruction of the sacred temple earth. There is also a teaching by the rabbis that it's on this very day of disaster that the Messiah is born, not yet revealed because the world is not yet willing to do what's necessary to make a messianic earth. But the hope is born. And our task this summer, this July, this Tisha B'Av, the day itself is July 19th, 20th. We might observe it this way perhaps on the Sunday just before, that we must come together in grief, in hope, in vision, in grief for an earth that's being destroyed, in vision of a planetary community in which all the species can live in harmony together.